Okay, so remembering what I said, keeping your foot square on the brake pedal.
Right.
So when you're pressing the brake, your foot's always upright, okay?
Yeah.
And then you pivot across on your heel. You've moved your foot right across now. So move it back over so it's on the brake pedal. A bit further over this way, that's it. That's it. So when you're pressing the brake pedal, your foot's upright. When you press the throttle pedal, your foot's over 30, 40 degrees, okay? So you know when your foot's upright, that's on the brake pedal. I'll keep my eyes on it just to make sure you're pressing the right pedal. But if you get it wrong, press the wrong pedal, will end up in the middle of the field as opposed to going around the circuit.
Right.
Most important thing is to be nice and smooth. You squeeze the throttle pedal, you squeeze the brake pedal. You don't jump on them hard, you don't stamp on them, you don't press them hard. Squeeze them nice and gently, okay? Same with the steering. Start the car for me, please. Just turn the key clockwise, as far as it'll go. And let it go, let the key go, that's it. Okay, when you turn into a corner, you do it like that, nice and gently. And back again, nice and gently, okay? No sudden movements, okay? Everything's nice and smooth and gentle. When you go backwards and forwards across the circuit, you meander backwards and forwards, you don't zigzag backwards and forwards, okay?
Yeah.
Gear change is a paddle shift gear change. So rest your foot on the brake and squeeze it gently for me, please. Pull the right paddle towards you, okay? It goes up to first gear. Every time you pull that right paddle, it goes up a gear. Every time you pull the left paddle, it comes down a gear. Pull them both together,
Neutral.
and back to neutral. Okay? When we come back into the pits, as we enter the pits, I want you to pull them both together for me. Okay? I've got that mirror, you can see in the outside mirror. If somebody wants to overtake us, I'll indicate left. When I do, I want you to lift off the throttle pedal, let them draw alongside before you go back on the throttle pedal. If we want to overtake somebody, I'll indicate right, wait till they indicate left before we go past them. Okay? Press the brake pedal nice and gently, pull the right paddle towards you into first gear. Okay, gently move your foot across, squeeze the throttle pedal. Gently, gently, gently. Pull the right paddle up to second gear. That's it. All clear, gently move over to the right. Back to the left hand side. Right paddle again. Gently, gently, gently. Off the throttle pedal a bit. That's it. Gently back on it again. Pull the right paddle again. And off the throttle pedal. Onto the brake, just gently squeeze it. Off the brake pedal. Turn in across to that blue cone, that's it. Gently squeeze the throttle again now. Nice and gently. That's it, that's it. Squeeze gently. That's good. Squeeze gently. That's it. Just keep squeezing a little bit, that'll do. Hold it there. Off the throttle pedal now, rest your foot on the brake, squeeze the brake round to the left a bit, squeeze the brake pedal a bit, squeeze it, that's it, just keep squeezing it, all the way down to that turn board, off the brake pedal now, turn in, centre of the circuit, between those two black lines, back on the throttle, gently squeeze it, that's it, pull it over to that blue cone, that's it, that's it, let it drift out to that red cone on the outside, that's it, squeeze the throttle again, aim at the board at the top of the hill, straight line now, up to the board at the top of the hill, that's it, squeeze the throttle gently, squeeze gently, and off the throttle pedal, rest your foot on the brake, off the brake, back over to that blue cone, through we go, squeeze the throttle pedal again then, out we go to that red cone on the outside, that's it, squeeze gently, squeeze it gently, back to the left hand side, off the throttle pedal, onto the brake, squeeze it, bit harder, that's it. I want you to stay on the left hand side this time, stay on the left, that's it, all the way around the left, that's it, that's good. Back to the left, that's it. And brake, nice and gently, brake, off the brake, turn it in, ease it in gently. Nice and steady. Slowly pull it across to the right hand side. Squeeze the throttle in. paddle towards you. Gently ease off the throttle a bit, that's it. And brake nice and gently, squeeze the brake, left paddle down one, squeeze the brake, off the brake, over we go to that blue cone, that's it, through the corner, back on the throttle gently, squeeze it, squeeze gently, that's good, squeeze gently. Squeeze it, a bit harder, that's it, a bit harder, that's it, deep into the corner, turn it in, middle of the circuit to start with, back on the throttle gently, squeeze, pull it in, that's it, pull it into that blue cone, that's good, back to the left hand side of it, go out to that red cone, squeeze the throttle, aim at the board at the top of the hill, feed the power on gently, that's it, go on, squeeze gently, over to the right, keep squeezing gently, off the throttle pedal, onto the brake, squeeze it, off the brake, over to that blue cone, go on, squeeze it, back to the right hand side, squeeze again, out we go, that's it, squeeze again, back over to the left, off the throttle, on the brake, squeeze, a bit more, off the brake, over we go to that blue cone, on, over we go, that's it, back to the left hand side, back on the throttle gently, and brake, brake, squeeze the brake pedal, squeeze it, squeeze the brake, that's off the brake now, slowly pull it in, that's it, gently pull it over to the right, and squeeze the throttle gently, out we go to the left, stay left, up one right paddle, and off the throttle on the brake, 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 harder, 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 left paddle down one, keep braking, brake, 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 brake. Came off the brakes a bit early there, okay, squeeze the throttle gently, squeeze the throttle gently, off the throttle and brake. Brake, a bit more, brake a bit more, that's it, keep braking, stay on the brakes, turn it in, back on the throttle gently, squeeze it, pull it in, that's it, back we come out, that's it, squeeze the throttle, over we go to the right, that's it, squeeze gently, off the throttle, on the brake, squeeze the brake pedal, off the brake pedal, turn it across to the blue cone, gently ease it in, out to the right hand side, back to the left, and brake, nice and steady, brake, 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 a bit more, brake a bit more, brake a bit more, off the brake, over to the blue cone, on across we go, that's it, back to the left again, and brake, brake nice and gently, and ease it in, you're not braking hard enough, off the brake now, back on the throttle, squeeze the throttle gently, go through nice and gently, that's it, nice and steady, slowly pull it into that blue cone, squeeze the throttle gently, back out we come, nice and slowly, that's it, right paddle up one, and off the throttle on the brake, brake it, that's it, down one left paddle, off the brake a little bit, off the brake a little bit, that's better. Turn it in, ease it in, that's it, squeeze the throttle gently, squeeze gently, go on, that's it. And off the throttle, on the brake, squeeze the brake gently, squeeze it, bit more, bit more, bit more. Off the brake, turn it in, ease it in gently, squeeze the throttle gently then, that's it, squeeze it gently, out we come wide then, out we come wide, squeeze the throttle gently, aim at that board at the top of the hill, and brake, straight line, brake, a bit more, off the brake, turn it in, ease it in gently, back to the right hand side, squeeze gently, that's it, straighten it up, and brake. Stay on the left, brake a bit more, harder on the brake, nice and gently. Brake, 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 brake. Off the brake, turn it in. We're going into the pits this time. Slow it down then. Just come off the throttle. Right off the throttle. Both paddles together. On the brakes gently. On the brakes. On the brakes. On the brakes. That's it. Brake gently. Brake gently. Brake gently. That's it. Well done.
Yep.
Okay, you enjoy that?
Yeah.
Good.